بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحي أهلا بكم أحبتنا في درس جديد ومحاضرة جديدة. اليوم إن شاء الله سنتكلم عن هندسة السطوح الدورانية وكيفية تكوين السطوح الدورانية ونقلها من الفضاء ثنائي الأبعاد الكارتيزي الأسطواني الكروي إلى الفضاء الثلاثي الأبعاد الكارتيزي الأسطواني الكروي القطبي. أسطواني الكروي القطبي. So, in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the self-sustained. We are again here, ladies and gentlemen, in a brand new lecture. Today we are going to talk about the conveying or the conveyance of the surfaces of revolutions from the two-dimensional spatial planar media to the three-dimensional spatial planar media. By conveying the dimensions or the forms in two-dimensional spatial planar media to the three-dimensional spatial planar media of the Cartesian and the polar spherical and the polar cylindrical coordinate systems. As you can see here. Now imagine yourself in a two-dimensional spatial planar media here, and you're trying to move or trying to convey by revolution the rectangular form of two dimensions, length and width as indicated here by this very form that we're actually referring to here by the finger. As you can see, this is the rectangular form in two-dimensional spatial planar media of the XY plane. This is the Y and this is the X. When you're trying to revolve this rectangular shaped region around the ordinate or around the Y-axis, so to speak, this will result in the surface of revolution will be called a cylindrical surface of revolution. By the revolution of the rectangular shaped spatial planar media of two dimensions around the ordinate or around the y-axis in a degree angle scale of 2 pi. This will result exactly to the formation or to the generation of surface of revolution called the cylindrical form surface of revolution. This is exactly here the way they were actually trying to do through this very particular lecture they were actually just press run here for. As you can see. Now, the rectangle is consisting of two dimensions as indicated here. The width and length. The length is extending, or the width, as you can see here, length of the rectangle, as you all can see here, is extending longitudinally in the two-dimensional spatial planar media, or the XY plane. يعني L يعني الطول للمستطيل يمتد parallel to the y-axis. Parallel to the y-axis. While the width of the rectangle will be extended parallel or directionally compatible in direction compatibility to the x-axis or to the abscissa. يعني الطول يمتد بمحاذاة المحور y والعرض يمتد بمحاذاة المحور x. كذلك عندما يدور المستطيل بمقدار 2 pi, when the rectangle is revolved with a magnitude of 2 pi around the ordinate, centered exactly here at the region called the point of origination for the entire three-dimensional, two-dimensional spatial planar media or any other dimensional spatial planar media you can ever come across. This is going to be exactly leading to the generation of the surface of revolution called the cylindrical surface of revolution. يعني يؤدي إلى توليد سطح دوراني, the generation of surface of revolution called the cylinder. يعني يدعى بالأسطوانة إذا دور المستطيل بمقدار 2 باي بمقدار ثيتا 2 باي. The theta in the cylindrical coordinates will be denoted as the azimuth, the azimuth or the azimuthal direction. يعني الاتجاه السمتي أو الزاوية التي في الإحداثيات الأسطوانية تسمى إحداثية الزاوية السمتية أو زاوية السمت. The theta in the cylindrical coordinates will be denoted as the theta or the azimuthal direction or the azimuth angle. And will be measured by 2 pi degree angle scale يعني or 2 pi radian angle scale and 360 degree angle scale. يعني تقاس بالقياس الدائري 2 باي وتقاس بالقياس الستيني 60 or by the degree angle scale will be measured by the 360. تقاس ب 360 يعني 160. إذا قلب أو إذا تموضع المستطيل بحيث يكون العرض موازي لمحور الواي. If the rectangular form region or the rectangular shaped region that we actually have here exactly in two-dimensional spatial planar media, if this was placed upon or placed exactly in the spatial media of in the spatial media axis of the x or the abscissa, parallel with width that is parallel entirely here to the y-axis or the ordinate, this will lead, and the rectangle was revolved with a magnitude of 2 pi around the abscissa. This will lead to the revolution of the rectangle with a 360-degree angle, or with a 2 pi degree angle, just like we indicated, or just like we referred to in the beginning or in the inception of this very lecture today, as you can see here. Now, this is going to be exactly a rectangular form with a width that is parallel to the y-axis as well as a length parallel to the abscissa. abscissa يعني المحور السيني. Ordinate يعني المحور الصادي. So, by the revolution of the longitudinally placed or longitudinally localized rectangular shaped form at 2 dimensions, by the revolution of this very two-dimensional form or two-dimensional fabric, this will lead to the extension of the entire length or width exactly here around the orbit, around the abscissa, with a degree angle scale of 360 or with a radian angle scale of 2 pi. This exactly here will result. This is exactly will result in سينتج, or this will yield the generation of a longitudinal cylindrical system that is placed exactly upon the ordinate, or that's placed in the ordinate centered at the point called the point of origination. سيؤدي إلى تكوين اسطوانة متمركزة إلى نقطة الأصل ودائرة بنسبة 2 باي أو بمقدار 2 باي أو 360 بالنسبة لمقياس الدائرة وال60 للدائرة، ومتموضعة في محور الواي, and will be localized entirely to the y-axis or to the ordinate, as indicated here. This is going to be exactly here the square form with the square form exactly here performing a double rotation about the axis of x as well as the axis of y, or the ordinate in the axis as indicated by this very form that we're actually having here written all over the board, as you can see here. This is going to be a square form of two-dimensional spatial media, or represented exactly in the two-dimensional media, or represented above the two-dimensional spatial media, exactly here, performing double rotation about the axis as well as the axis as well as the ordinate of the y-axis, as indicated here by the very form that we're actually having here, confirming to configuring and confirming 2 types of cylinders: longitudinally placed cylinders as well as transversely placed cylinder. يعني تكون نوعين من الاسطوانات. longitudinally placed cylinder يعني اسطوانة متموضعة طوليا, as well as transversely placed cylinder, واسطوانة متموضعة أفقيا, أو horizontally placed cylinder or vertically placed cylinder, شعوليا أو طوليا. This is going to be another sort of revolution, which is exactly the cone المخروط. The right angle triangle of 2 dimensions is represented exactly in the two-dimensional spatial boundary. You have the coordinates of the xy plane as indicated here, just like you are having sight of. If the triangle was revolved about the ordinate, this will result into the formation of, or this will result exactly to the generation of a conic section called the cone with a vertex hidden upward. يعني إذا المثلث right angular triangle or right angle triangle يعني مثلث قائم الزاوية إذا دور حول محور الواي سيؤدي إلى تكوين الشكل المخروطي. This will result in the generation of the conic section form, which is a 3-dimensional fabric, or let's say here a 3-dimensional object with a vertex hidden upward, يعني مع رأس إلى فوق. As you can see here, if the right angle triangle was tipped with the vertex hidden exactly, or with the vertex centered at the point of origination and revolved about the ordinate or the y-axis, let's just see here, so to speak, as indicated by this very figure that we're actually having here written all over the board, this will result exactly into the generation of the surface of revolution called the conic section, with the vertex exactly centered at the point of origination, which is the point where the entire basic axis of the 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional spatial media, or any nth-dimensional spatial media are centered at and generated right out from, as indicated here. Now, if the cardioid يعني كان المنحني القلبي, if the cardioid here was drawn in the 2-dimensional spatial media in the first and the second quadrant, يعني إذا كان المنحني القلبي مرسوم بالبعد أو بالربع الأول والثاني كما ترون ودور حول محور الإكس, and the cardiac region of 2 dimensions was revolved about the abscissa, يعني دورت حول المحور السيني, this will result in the generation of the lemniscate 3-dimensional cardiac form or cardiac object. سيؤدي إلى تكوين شكل قلبي cardiac form of 3 dimensions, يعني ذات 3 أبعاد حول المحور السيني, شكل قلبي 3 الأبعاد حول المحور السيني. A circle, if the circle was revolved about the axis of x or revolved about the axis of y with a magnitude of 2 pi, just like we said here, set so far as indicated with this will lead generation of a spherical surface of revolution. with a 2 by integrating scale called the azimuth. يعني إذا دورت الدائرة حوله المحور السيني أو الصادي, any of the both axes that I just told you about, exactly, or the circle was about any of the both axes that I just told you about, exactly, this result in exactly the generation of the structure of revolution called the sphere. The sphere يؤدي إلى حدوث سطح دوراني يسمى أو يتم تسميته بالكرة. الكرة. If the triangular shaped region was held against the, let's just say, was held against the vertical axis, as indicated, was held compatibly with a region that is, or with an edge incoincident to the x or to the y axis, incoincident to the y axis. يعني إذا وضع المربع المستطيل, if the triangular shaped region of 2 dimensions was placed with an edge away from the ordinate, or just here not away, but only incoincident, but only parallel to the y axis or to the ordinate, and revolved about the y axis or the ordinate, this will lead exactly to the generation of conic section, but only truncated with, or this will result exactly here to the generation of the cylindrical form, 3-dimensional object, but only truncated by a vertex or by inward vertical or outward vertical placed cone. Upward vertically placed cone, as indicated by this very form that we're actually all having sight of here. يعني إذا دور المخروط مع مثلث with a triangular shaped region, يعني مع منطقة مثلثة بضلع with an edge parallel to the ordinate, يعني أو مو parallel, ليست parallel, not parallel, no, with an edge that is exactly directionally compatible to the ordinate or the y-axis, this will result in the generation of the cylindrical form object. يعني يؤدي إلى تكوين سطح ذات شكل أسطواني of a three-dimensional that is basically and intrinsically three-dimensional, يعني أصليا وأساسيا ثلاثي الأبعاد, لكن مقطوع بمخروط, but only truncated with a conic section with a vertex hidden upward or outward, مع رأس متجه إلى الخارج, with a vertex hidden or directed outward. نلتقيكم في الحلقات القادمة بإذنه تعالى رب العالمين. في أمان الله تعالى.